Hello guys, we are gonna do a walkthrough of section 13 today. So I'm walking around this place and one of the most what's the word we are looking for? Frustrating thing about walking around section 13 is nothing is open at this hour. At now is 10 a.m. in the morning, and I'm walking around looking for breakfast. Everywhere is closed. Most of everywhere is closed. The subway is not open yet. The bus bear is not open yet. Everything is halfway asleep, still not open yet. So that tells us let's give us a big information about this township's demography already. Majority of them are late risers, not gonna be waking up very soon. And now it's 10 a.m. already. Now it's 10 a.m. already, and a lot of shops are still not open yet, which means we are probably expecting an afternoon crowd to come into this part of Shah Alam. So when you do get an afternoon crowd like that, what that tells you is also the working population here in this side of Shah Alam is not very large. Naturally, most of the other parts of Shah Alam, like Glen Mary area, Bukit Jelutong area, Batu Tiga area, all these that have large industrial companies and large manufacturing companies going there, right? They start work at 10. So if people going there before they work, they want to have breakfast, so they'll be going to the nearby townships at somewhere around 8 or 9. Oh, we do have a nasi lemak lady. So yeah, she's probably one of the only early risers here. I've been walking around for about 10 minutes, and so far she's the only store that is open here. Alright, but yeah, back to the main story. So just now we were talking about the impact of township being more late riser than early riser. So in this case, you can see that most people here are late risers. So that tells you that there isn't so much of the core working population living in section 13 Shah Alam. Most probably is the main own stay, the residentials that are around this area. And the main reason is because Shah Alam's main economy comes from the industrial hub. Let's say, for example, Glen Mary, Batu Tiga, Bukit Jelutong, the whole stretch along the highway of Guthrie, you can see a lot of factories, a lot of manufacturing centers. So imagine if you're going to work there, right? You'll be waking up around 8, 9 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Then you need to have breakfast. Then before you report to work. So you'll be looking around the nearby areas of these 3 spots to look for food, and or anywhere that you are living nearby lah. So that tells you that this place having no breakfast being open at this hour means there is no working population. No one stays around here, goes to those key factory areas and all that. Thus, we know that this place is most probably residential and is not to the working population type. It's a very family-centric kind of area. We do see that, like you can see all the houses here, they are very, very huge. Not working population type, like if you and me, we are 20 plus years old to 30 years old, not likely we can afford this kind of houses anyway. So we most probably won't be staying in this area. We will be staying somewhere around Glen Mary, somewhere around the Bukit Jelutong, like Radia, that side, or Batu Tiga, those areas. Yeah, this place is more the family, the own stay, the like 3-4 people family kind of place. The teenagers where they still don't want to wake up early yet, or the family crowd that comes up, rise up slowly, or or probably they just travel out of this place a lot further. You see, most of the shops not even open yet, and this is supposed to be one of the big central districts of this section 13 area. There is a subway here, there is a bus bear here, there's quite a lot of retail franchises around here, yet they are all not open. I've never seen a subway that doesn't open at 10. Okay, I think we are about to, we are exiting the retail hub of the section 13 area already. So we're going to come to the residential hub area. Then we're going to look at what kind of residential properties do we get in this township. Let's see, how do I flip my screen? Too lazy to use my hand. Okay, the flip camera. So hello guys, this is Jonathan. Well, this is Blaze channel. This Blaze channel is a collaboration between mine and theirs. I am from Let's Talk Property. I do property analytics. I teach people about real estate investment. Not so much should you buy this area or should you not buy this area. More on how does this township demography structures itself in a way that what kind of population type do you get in this area or that area. This place, do you get a student market or not? Or is it working crowd? Is it family crowd? And when you do get this kind of population type, what kind of investment models or what kind of lifestyle do you expect from living here? So like for example, section 13, this place that we are looking around, so far what we have seen is more towards a family lifestyle kind of area. There is very little amenities or lifestyle that indicates a strong working population. Restaurants, retails all open very, very late, which if you are in a working population type, you wake up at 7, wake up at 8, you want to have breakfast around 7, 8 p.m. You don't see any of these kind of facilities around here. And then you also don't see a lot of gyms, a lot of all these recreational activities, something that working population like a lot. That's why you see a lot of it in key areas like Subang, in key areas like Bangsa South. You see a lot of all these gyms and all this kind of thing, but you don't see that here. So that tells you that this place doesn't cater to that kind of target audience. Let's go on the tour further. Right. Another thing that is nice about this place, you can see, is the way how the roads, everything is being designed. This is a one-way street, but the one-way street you can see is 4 lanes. So what this tells you is this place actually has quite a high-end neighborhood kind of image. Usually, right, single direction areas, maximum they come up to is 2 or 3 lanes. But in a residential compound, right, this one has 4 lanes. So to put to perspective, right, Mont Kiara's 4 lanes is back and forth, meaning 2 lanes on one side and 2 lanes on the other side. The other area that shares this kind of 2 lane here, this kind of 4 lane thing, right, is Ara Damansara. So you can kind of get, right, the doing of this kind of thing is to showcase what's the word we are looking for? The abundance of land available for this kind of area. Because when you are in a luxury market, one of the key things you want to showcase is abundance of resources. Because you are rich, you have a lot of money. So when people are so rich, one of the things that they are always thinking about in their head is, if I have so much money, then I should be able to get things that other people cannot get. And one of it is the usage of abundance of land. So you can see a lot of areas, they don't give you this kind of sidewalks. Not even sidewalks, they don't even give you the blind people strip. This yellow strip here, you see, this is the blind people walking strip. And a lot of people don't give that. So this one they gave, which is quite very impressive. So that tells you that the direction is catering towards the high-end market. Nice walk strip, they even have zebra crossings. The infrastructure planning is actually very good. Just probably the only weakness here is the upkeep and maintenance of the infrastructure. You see a lot of all this bird shit pool, damaged sidewalks and all that. All these are things that very clearly they aren't being taken care of for months and months and years, because the stain has already gotten into the pavement. So it's clear that they don't really clean it up. You can see a lot of side rubbish and all that. Courtesy of MBSA lah. Well known that they don't really know how to take care of their townships. You can go into places like Elmina, places like Bukit Jelutong, all that. Very high-end townships, well-built infrastructure, everything, but not very well-kept. A lot left to be desired and improved from it. So this is the tail end of the commercial area. I think there's a mosque there. Yeah, I think there's a mosque there. Very low-rise mosque. I thought it was a retail hub. Was about to go in there actually. Yeah, I thought it was a shopping area, but actually it's a mosque. Okay, let's not go and disturb them. Let's go to the residential compound in the front and see and let's analyze the real estate market here, right? So I can't put it up because I haven't figured out how to do it, but let's talk about the transaction volume in this place. Shah Alam's, for an area that doesn't get a lot of capital appreciation in its property value, right? It has quite a healthy transaction volume. Probably because a lot of it are still landed property, and landed property being highly desired by most Malaysians. And the landed property here are mostly all individual title. Young, new landed properties being given with individual title, something that is quite rare in modern development. Like Almina, the properties there are all individual title. I personally don't like landed that have individual title because then who's going to maintain it? Individual title means no collection of maintenance fee. But at the same time, it also means you get your land to yourself, you get to renovate it to your interest, your preference and all that. However, when you do have a strata, like you can see this township on this little area on my right hand side, right? It's a gated guarded compound. So if it's an individual title, right, this gated compound, no one's going to maintain it. And with the whole wall all come down, right, no one's going to pay for the repair of the wall also, because it's an individual title. The rest of the thing doesn't fall under the purview of the landlord, and because you constructed it on your own, right, it kind of doesn't fall under MBSA also. So whose job is it to take care of it? Nobody. So naturally no one will want to repair it, right? So that's why I find strata titles, especially if you are going for modern landed that is gated, guarded community and all that, right, it's very, very necessary, not as compared to individual title. Individual title doesn't make sense when you want to go for a gated, guarded property. Nobody will pay in Malaysia. Okay, looks like we finally come to this part that is a commercial converted from industrial in Shah Alam. It's a sports complex, extreme park, and at the same time you got some restaurants and everything. So I'm going to cross here, very dangerous, but there is no nearby zebra crossing or anything. Nearest one is so far actually. So I'm going to wait for the traffic light there to end, and then after that I'm going to cross over, and then we're going to have a look at what this park offers the residents here, and then we're going to see whether it impacts the property market price in this area. Oh, by the way, you guys all who are viewing my live now, right, where do you guys come from? Any one of you staying in Shah Alam area? Or all of you guys north, east, southwest? Ampang also got, Mont Kiara also got. Where do you guys stay in Malaysia or wherever? Okay, we managed to cross the road. From this position we can get a very good view of just now that gated guarded township that we were at. Yeah, you can see not too bad. Bungalows, all bungalows. Wow, this is one of the rich side of Shah Alam, section 13. Right, let's go see the park. You notice, right, when a high-end district is being constructed, right, retail will very easily like to pop up there. The key reason is from a business perspective. That's where consumption power is very, very high. So if you are running a business, instead of going to a transactional market where there is volume, most will want to try and go to a luxury market where there is guaranteed affordability. So that's one of the reasons why I think this theme park was being built here, where there is the luxury market, instead of being built in a lesser area. Plus, typical lah, if it's built in a luxury market, people from lower income range will still come here. But if it's built in a non-luxury market area, people from the high-end market won't go there. Hey, the sport complex, I think it's well kept. Its opening hours is so long. Nice. I wonder if people here use it. I haven't been here at night or in the evening yet. So if people here uses it, right, then it tells you very good thing about this place. Ooh, there's animals here. This is inside the sports facilities, sports hub of Shah Alam. Something I didn't expect. You play basketball or you play whatever sports, and then you have to say hello to some birds. Okay, I like it. Very well kept. Very, very well kept. Nicely well kept. As compared to what we usually think of Malaysian public facilities, very damaged and all that stuff. This one is very, very well kept. Very clean. That's the most important thing about making an area well kept, is just make it clean. Don't need to like have beautiful facilities and all that. Just clean. Clean is enough. And this one is, then you kind of can like, okay, it's not as 100% elite like those Mount Kiara type or Desa Park facilities, but because it's clean, you kind of want to come here and play with your friends and all that. Residents here are very conscious about how well they take care of their facilities. That's a good sign. Good sign. Usually when people are concerned about the upkeep and maintenance of their public facilities, right, then there is capital appreciation. The growth of the property value is good. One good example, right, is if those of you who stay near Kota Damansara, right, you go and look at Dataran Sunway and the commercial area across Dataran Sunway near the Strand Mall. You can see a stark contrast one. Dataran Sunway tends to have a more well-kept, well taken care of vibe, whereas you go around the Strand there, right, the retail there is like run down. Even though traffic there is not high, if you take good care of it, don't let it be so run down, clean up the dirt and all that, you should be able to get traffic and population size after a while. But that place, no, you get rubbish everywhere and all that. Something that disappoints because it's Angkatan Tentera's property. Most of theirs also all not kept well at all. And there we have Burger King. Yeah. Oh, this sports facilities is very big. Just now we had like the indoor complex there. And then now we have a skating school there. We got a, what is it called? The skateboarding park there. And then we got another Burger King here. Then if you guys can see from here, right, I can see it lah, but don't know whether you guys can see. Behind there is the stadium already. So actually this whole facility area, right, is part of the Bukit Jalil Stadium. Very impressive. It's more well kept than I thought. I've been hearing all those stories about how run down this place is, but no, it's not run down. Well kept. People are using it. You can see skateboarders playing there and people playing football there. Quite well kept. I would come here if I'm staying around here. But yeah, there's one thing about Malaysian facilities, right, that I find very weird is this. What is this? This is a weird, like, what is it for? In a sports area, it's not rock bouldering, it's not shade, it's just there to look nice. You can't climb it, you can't nothing, it's just there. That's why you see no one around this part also. So with one of the weakness of Malaysian planning is this lah. They tend to have the tendency to build things like that. Other than that, very very well planned actually. Quite good usage of the entire piece of land. Now it's schooling hours, so probably that's why we don't see that many people around here yet. But based on how well kept it is, I think quite a number of people are using this place. You can see the football field is also very packed at the moment. A lot of people playing there. This part is the closer to the stadium already, right? So you can kind of tell, probably this is the main reason why section 13 is doing so well. So another 3-4 days time, right, I'm gonna run through the transaction records for section 13 Shah Alam. We managed to purchase the hidden transaction details and everything from the JPPH, and then we're going to run through that and see whether this place, the real estate market, how well is it doing in this place with all these amenities and everything that is being developed here, right? How well is this place actually doing in terms of the real estate market? Does these kind of things really help improve the transaction value, the property value in a township? I personally hope it does, because I like all these kind of things. Very nice to have. This is another example of plan but didn't really think through why they built this kind of thing. I look at it, I also don't know why they built this. But yeah, anyway. Key areas that are well used, the football field, very well kept. You know, as a Chinese, right, one of the things that we hear people say very often, people always talk bad about Shah Alam. How badly kept is it, and all the racist remarks about Malay people all that thing. Most of the time I never believe it's true, but coming here, right, one of the things I realized is yeah, racist people a lot. And until you go and visit a place on your own, walk around it and see for yourself, right, no point believing what all these people say. Okay, this place have a lot of football field, I give you that. There is, just now we passed by one, then now here, if we look opposite here, right, there's another 2 to 3, 4 football field. There's one there, there's one there, there's one here, and then behind there there's another one. Tells you a lot about the demand in this place, that people here, the number one sport they prefer is football. You know, we walk around the whole place just now, right? We didn't see any badminton court. No badminton court. We saw football field. Then there we saw a skateboard park. We saw some indoor futsal, and we saw a swimming pool, but we didn't see any football field, any badminton court. So quite interesting, considering Malaysia is a heavy badminton playing area, but the whole place we went in just now, we didn't see any badminton court. Or probably I missed it out lah. Probably I just didn't happen to pass by that area. This is the other side of section 13, and even this part of section 13, as we walk around, right, you can see the landed house here. They're all really huge. I don't know whether you can see. Yeah, you can see here, all really big. The sizes are all at least 22 times 80 or close to 80. So they are big telling on the affluent market here. I think we're gonna go across there and have a look ourselves and see how does this particular township look like. Yeah, there's very little zebra crossings in this area actually. For a stadium area, one of the things I would have expected the government to build was a zebra crossing in this area. This area here. Yeah, this area here. I was expecting them to build a zebra crossing here because there's a stadium here, a sports facility here. And then here is residential compound already. What's the reasoning that you don't build any facility to allow crossing from here to there? Doesn't make sense. And then some more there is a staircase over here. You see? There's a walk down staircase here. And then there are walkways in front of this road also. And then where I'm standing here now is also another walkway area. Yeah. So it doesn't make sense why the town planner doesn't build something like from here, across here, and then to there. Really doesn't make sense at all. What's wrong with that lorry? The wire short already, go and horn until like that. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So we're gonna go over there and see what's the culture like on that side. And then we're gonna, after that, the next day, we're gonna talk about the transaction volume in this place, whether there is capital gain, and we're also gonna do some analytics on whether it's worth buying or moving to this place. So far, what we are getting is from an on-stay perspective, right? If you are wanting to build a family, this place is very, very good to stay. But if you are working crowd, say 25, 35 plus, I wouldn't recommend staying here because the amenities doesn't fit your demography. There's a lot of inconveniences due to the lifestyle of people here that doesn't matches yours. So this place will be more like you already have a family, you are coming close to your 40s, want a more quiet space. Yeah, then this area matches what you're looking for. Section 13 Shah Alam. But if you are working adult like me, 35, 25, that range, yeah, then this place might not fit you. And going back to the family crowd thing, right? You can see the houses here big. Not something you and I, if we are 25 to 35, right, will be looking to buy. Okay, I can probably afford it, but no reason why I want to park my money here also. One thing you can tell, right, about instantly, one way how to tell whether a township is of middle income status, high-end status, or B40 status, right? It's not the cars that are here. No, that's not the way. Neither is the renovation. All those also, no. Those are meant to flaunt status, but they never prove anything. How to tell is how much infrastructure is being developed around this place. You can see every house, every part of the road got a sidewalk. That is high-end real estate development here you're talking about. Good sidewalks. This one is a much more older township because the way how they hide the longkang is by putting plants. So last time long ago, right, high-end townships, right, they don't do the modern longkang design that is like this area here, they put a curve and then there's a hole so the longkang is beneath the road. Old properties, they don't have that technology yet. So what they do is the longkang is like behind here, behind this all this grass area here, and then they hide the longkang by planting all these public plants to cover it up. typical of Shah Alam lah. The MBSA doesn't bother to take care of it, so you see all the wild grass being grown here. But just by this infrastructure alone, you can kind of tell that this place has a certain level of high-end market to it already because of the way they design it. The technology back then wasn't as high to match this, but you can see the effort that is placed here. It's not cheap, no, for a developer to do this kind of thing. It doesn't give him profit. It doesn't give him anything. It's literally for the residents, but it's what it is needed to be done to target a high-end market. What else we can see here? You can see, okay, some of this you don't really get to see it because they go and develop on their own already. Like this one, he renovated on his own. But the older ones, like this one, you can see they even went and do patterns on the sidewalk. You see all the different color tiles here. So that is costing also on the developer side. Like you can see, this one is clear because this one doesn't belong to anyone. This is public. So you can see 3 different colors here. There is the grey color here, then the red color, and in the middle here there is the black color also. So that's 3 different resources he's spending there to develop already. And then another one you see is the behind here. So this is like not just they even cover up the longkang. So if you are going to back then, right, the 20-30 years old ago properties, right, how you tell whether it's a M40 or B40 landed house area, right, is the longkang not covered. But the high-end ones, right, they'll spend extra resource to cover up the longkang. So there you tell, okay, this is quite a high-end neighborhood in the past. And then behind the back alley here, right, it's quite clean also. You go to Puchong one, the Wawasan, that's a M40, that's a M40 residential neighborhood, Wawasan area. Yeah, it's not as clean as this. You get a lot of cats, a lot of dirt, a lot of animal shit and all that kind of thing. But here the back end sidewalk is very, very well kept. So yeah, in fact this neighborhood itself is also very well taken care of. People here are very high civic mindedness. You can see even though they use the sidewalks to plant their stuff, right, they don't let litter happen around here. It's very well kept, very clean, very well taken care of, and they don't encroach onto people's territory. Your place, my place, like that. Very respectful of each other's boundaries, which is by doing this, right, this is another way how a middle income area can jump to a high-end income area or a B40 area. You do your well-keptness, your due diligence and everything, right? You can move from a B40 towards a M40. Well, you can't jump straight away B40 township, jump all the way to T20, right? You can at least make a slow crawl. Today, I jumped to the M40, so my appreciation is faster, higher, more. Instead of 3-4% per annum, I'm getting like now 7-8% because of the jump. So my value in property is more. Not just in here, the taman. I want to point out also, out there's another taman. And from here, we can see that taman itself is very well kept. So if you go to townships, like we go to Kepong, right, or any lower income range township, right, I don't want to bash them, but we can see it for a fact. The way how public parks are being kept there is atrocious one. See almost everything destroyed one. But in this case, from here you can see it's well kept. Okay, I'm having said that, the only way we can justify this is to go and spot check it, right? Go and see whether there's any of those graffitis, drawings, kind of things. So we're going to have a look and see if it's really as well kept as I say it is. So I haven't been here before. This is the first time I'm coming to this park, this area, this section 13 area. I've never been to this park before. I've only run transaction records and look at transaction value of this township. I've never set foot in this place. Yeah, so I'm also looking at it for the first time together with you guys. And just by walking here, you can see that it's very well kept. There's no litter. Yeah, probably because they just clean it up. The grass are so well cut. them for not taking care of the internal neighborhoods, but at least they take care of the public ones very well. So no graffiti. Like we look around the bench. Usually they like to hide the graffiti around the bench on low areas where easy to draw, but this one don't have. On the walls, the thing also don't have. Quite good. Good. Or else it's because it's a very small park, lesser known, so people don't really know about it yet. Only the residents around here come and play around this place, which is also almost like another gentrification story lah. This place usually got graffiti one. Let's go check here. Usually people like to draw in this kind of spot. Let's see whether there's any graffiti here. There also usually people like to draw there. Later we go have a look. Then we can see whether is it really true what we say. Near the higher end areas, there's no graffiti. Okay, I think this thing was something in the past, and it's destroyed already. Whatever it is, I think it's a table and 3 and 6 chairs. Then, okay, definitely this place have seen a lot of wear and tear. Probably it was damaged in the past. You can see the plants are also looking pathetic, not well kept and all that. Don't know whose fault it is, whether it's MBSA, I haven't been here yet, whether it's MPSA or whoever, but you can see this place is not kept well. This could have done with a lot of cleaning. This is years after years not clean. Years after years not being clean. So we know that MBSA definitely did their job, but they probably just grass cut the area. But if there is any other damage, they didn't really do it to that. Probably just remove the broken parts and pieces of the park. I don't think there's any graffiti because MBSA, looking at the way how they keep up the place, they don't do any spray cleaning of this place. If not, all this won't be here like that. So they don't do spray cleaning. And if they don't do spray cleaning, that means they cannot clean off graffiti. So I think residents here are very civic-minded. They don't simply draw about things here and don't simply destroy their own park facilities. But it's on NBSA lah. All this usually when there are trees and plants, right, they definitely need to do some upkeep. Like if it's so much parasites living on the trees, sooner or later you'll drop down also. And something they should do because it's not safe. See all these parasitic things running on the tree. Yeah, they will eat into the tree and the branches will die. And right below it is the kids' playground area. So if those branches, one suddenly died and then the kids playing here, right, just twang, and then you have a news report of a kid that got killed by a tree. So something that has definitely got to be addressed. It's not the only park that I've seen with this problem. Quite a lot. I think seen a number in Puchong, seen a number in here Shah Alam also. All the older park areas. Yeah, this is an example of like areas. Usually in the more M40 area, they won't have it covered or you'll be half damaged like this. When it comes to whether your area can have capital gain growth, right, it's not just about the commercial value in the place. In fact, actually residential areas can grow faster than commercial areas because of the peacefulness, the environment, the culture that you can foster in that area. Very easy way to bring up that kind of value in a residential place, right, is by taking care of it, giving it good upkeep. Cutting the grass does help a lot because it gives the place a very pleasant image. But more can be done. There's definitely room for improvement in Malaysia. Like for example, those areas definitely can be improved. Okay, just now we were in the residential area there. Now we notice there are commercial areas here as well. Let's see whether this commercial area is different from the other one we went to just now. So just now when we started out, we went to a commercial area. We went to a commercial area that is near another one there, I forgot what's the name. The other side of the school. Everything there opens so late. There's a subway there. There is a bus bear there. 10 o'clock all still not open. So it tells you a lot about the demography here. That is very own stay, not so very workaholic type that need to wake up early, hit the 9 to 5 timing, go to work ASAP, that kind of thing. Here is more relaxed, more family vibe kind of thing. That's why the opening hours is also a lot later. And at the same time, while family area doesn't mean that, oh, definitely everyone will open later, you open at 11, 12. No, it doesn't mean that. But the culture, the vibe of people staying here is somewhere around there. That's why you get retails and shops, restaurants all opening at the later hour, because the residents here generally wake up a bit later. But having said that, that doesn't mean that they are poor or anything, because from the look of the houses here, right, all damn big. So it tells you that they are of affluent market. It's just the culture here. It's to wake up later lah. Which is good. I like a culture that allows me to wake up later also. I've been waking up at 6, 7 a.m. for the past 1 year, missing the days where I can wake up late. This part of town, right, there's 2 commercial districts now we can see. One is near the main road side. This one is the internal area that is nearer to the highway and the stadium. A lot of it you can see also no restaurants. They are all business offices, all mainly offices. Kola Group lah, Wawasan Bantuan Guaman and all that, mini offices. Oh, so the bar council is here. Okay, that tells you that's another affluent market sign. Bar council being in this place, the Selangor Bar Council. Right, come over here. Another thing you can tell, right, that this township is very civic, affluent, probably civic. Okay, I just said that too fast. Graffiti. Yeah, this is the first graffiti we saw today now. Typical of bus stop. If you can find a bus stop in the entire Malaysia that doesn't have graffiti, right, you call me. I want to go film. Because so far, I haven't seen one bus stop that doesn't have graffiti. Spoke too soon about this one. I was hoping this one doesn't have graffiti. But, oh well. Yeah, this, you can see what kind of neighborhood this is. Very, very high end. I think it carries a different level of safety and security level. Because normally, you can't really access the inside so easily. But look, there's a stairway here, we can go inside already one. Usually, this kind of thing doesn't happen in a high-end neighborhood. Instead, we can just walk up. So if we can go inside, then we get to see how this neighborhood is really... Oh, okay, no, we can't go in. Yeah, that makes sense lah. That makes more sense. It's gated, guarded compound in there. Yeah, okay. This is a very old high-end design, but it's not old per se. It's still quite closer to the modern one. The older ones are using all the don't have all this stone. This one is more 2010. The older design one don't really use the gated guarded. Gated guarded is like a 2010 kind of design when Mont Kiara came up. Then gated guarded became very popular. Hatamas. It's like a 2010 kind of design when Mont Kiara came up. Then gated guarded became very popular. Hatamas. Very, very high end. And a lot of gated compound, a lot of gated guarded compound. This one most definitely strata, I think. This one here should be strata. Makes no sense that it's not strata. But if it's this one looks like an older neighborhood. So I don't think it's strata. This one most probably strata. But being bungalow and semi-D, there is a chance that is also individual title. But not that likely lah. Oh wait, no. With the land space and everything, this one's an individual title also. So this is a gated guarded individual title area. And this most probably is a gated guarded individual title area also. If I'm to buy, let's say I have the money to afford both lah, I won't go for this one to invest. I'll go for that one. Not because it's bigger or because it's more high-end or anything, but because when it comes to individual title that is gated guarded, right, going for this range means too many things I'll be having to worry about. Who will the residents all there pay maintenance fee? Will the guard there and all that, how is things gonna definitely be well kept? Is there a guarantee to how well kept things will be? No, there isn't. And because everything is terrace up, so when you renovate a house, right, it's gonna look like very disuniform across. But in this case, because it's all semi-D and bungalow, so naturally if you renovate or change it, touch it up or whatever, right, it'll look very nice throughout the entire township. Like there is uniqueness in the whole neighborhood. So if you ask me from an investment point of view, two gated guarded compound, both individual title, but one is a semi-D bungalow, one is terrace, I'll go for this one. I'll go for the semi-D bungalow because from an investment point of view, this one is better. It gives better value for money. Not so much because it's high-end, because it hits $2-3 million and all that, but because of the concept behind how it's being developed. And it's not too bad, both are actually good properties because you see them both being well connected to the commercial areas. Just probably they didn't foresee that this commercial area would turn out more to be an office area rather than an actual commercial area where they can find a lot of food and all that. Having said that, we're only looking at one part of the commercial area. We're going to walk inside to go and see the other side of the commercial area and see whether there are lots of retail, restaurants and all that instead of them all being office lots and all that. The township itself is quite well planned, quite good. You get a lot of sidewalks. You can see a lot of like all these proper walkways and everything. The whole township is full of it. Even the small internal neighborhoods, everything have it. If there's anything that could be improved is the zebra crossings and traffic lights, making it more walkable. Because there's a lot of landed township here, and these landed townships are not very far from the commercial districts. They managed to plan it quite well that the commercial areas are quite near the landed township area. So if proper sidewalks and traffic lights. Sidewalks are being well done already. It's traffic lights and zebra crossing being built there. Then it could encourage a more walkable, a more cycler-friendly community. After this, I'm gonna look for a restaurant and eat because I haven't had my breakfast yet. Walking around looking for breakfast, and then it turns out to be a property analysis video. So if you find this kind of information helpful and informative, right, please follow this channel, Blaze Prop. I generally write on different townships and content, and at the same time I run my own personal channel called Let's Talk Property. I teach people how to sell real estate, how to do marketing, and at the same time I help landlords analyze what kind of demography are you looking at for your township, and whether you rent it out or you sell it, what's your expected price, your target audience, and how you should position it. So I help people in real estate get more value for what they are doing. Alright, even this area, more office-like than the other side. Yeah, but this side here, you get things open more earlier. So probably the morning crowd is on this side, and the nighttime crowd probably on the other side. Yeah, that's why. Occupancy rate here also higher, probably because of the main road over that side and facing the stadium. Actually, I don't think facing the stadium will make a big impact, but yeah. Also mainly all office, so supply of retail here is actually very low. If anyone is to open another 2 or 3 more restaurants here, right, I think it should do very, very well, because population here is not small and they definitely can afford it. It's just, do you have the thing to support their lifestyle and everything? Okay, so I'm about to end the live stream. Thanks for joining. If you found this informative, please tip or follow me. Follow more important than tipping. I'm gonna end the live stream. Gonna eat something here. Yeah, probably sit down here and eat something.